I'm Anita of My Juke and I podcast, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having an extraordinary day. And if you're seeing the show for the very first time, be sure to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so when an episode comes out, you'll be the first to know. Well, guess what I got? I got another copy of Harry's book. How did I get this copy? Well, when I attended the conversation with Dr. Mate and Harry, part of the package deal was a book. I could have gotten one from Dr. Mate too, but that was a little bit more money, so I chose to do the lower level, and that's how I end up getting this new book. And everybody knows that I have a book already. There it is. And I also have spare on Audible books. So I want to give this book away. I want to host an event, a live event. It's going to be really special because it's going to be cool. I'm not going to say what it is. It's going to be a surprise. So part of the event, I want this to be a giveaway. So in the event, there are going to be 3 winners, and one of the winners will get this book. And I know most of the Sussex squad, most of the people who watch my videos already purchased their book and read it already because we're like that. Okay, so what you can do, if you've already gotten a copy, you could give it to a friend of yours, or you could donate it to your local library. So yes, so this book might well be yours. Oh my goodness, could you imagine on January 10th, we were all in a frenzy trying to get our book, and now this is my second copy, so I'm really grateful. I didn't even open it up. I just left it in a package and I took my name off because I know that it's going to be sent, off to that winner. So there was no need to open it. All I have to do now is just to put the person's address on it and send it out to them. So I really want to do that event this month. So hang in there. Now, speaking of Harry, so I just want to give you guys the sort of rundown of what happened during Harry's preliminary trial with the Sunday Fail. And for those of you who don't know the story, I'll just give you guys a little backdrop of the story. The Sunday Fail had written an article saying that Harry, or implying that Harry deceived deceived the public. And why they said Harry deceived the public is that Harry had filed a lawsuit against the United Kingdom, particularly the Met Police, because they had removed his security protection, and he filed a lawsuit against them to reinstate it. And one of the things that Harry said is that he had offered to pay the Met Police, but yet they denied, they denied him. They denied his protection. Now, the Daily Fail, which is part of the, same sort of corporation, the sister to the Sunday Fail, the Sunday Fail said, it wasn't until after Harry filed the lawsuit that he offered, to pay for his protection. Now, when Harry filed the case against the Sunday Fail, the judge thought that was, defamation there, because it led the public to believe something that wasn't true. So the judge allowed the case to go through. So on March 17th, when they heard the early phases of the trial, you have a preliminary trial and then you have the trial and stuff like that. So Harry's lawyer argued in court saying that the Sunday Fail has no factual basis for, the claim that they're making about Harry not, offering to pay for his protection before he filed the lawsuit against the United Kingdom government. So his lawyer asked the judge to, to sort of resolve the case before going into trial, or in Harry's favor, because the defendant, which is the Sunday Fail, had no defense. Literally, they had no factual defense. They couldn't say that Harry did not offer to pay. They had no evidence of that. For matter of fact, Harry had offered to pay in January of 2020 when he had met with Prince Charles, Prince William, and the late Queen. So that's when he offered to pay in 2020. And now they're saying that he didn't when he did. So that was misleading on their part, not Harry misleading anybody, or they were just outright lying. And so the judge said that he's going to, give a ruling based on the preliminary trial. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because a court had already decided that there was defamation in that newspaper article, the Sunday Field newspaper article. So who knows if this judge doesn't agree with that previous judge and say, you know what, they are guilty. They misled the public into believing Harry was lying about, offering to pay for his police protection, and rule in Harry's favor. That is what Harry's lawyer is asking for the judge to rule in Harry's favor and end the case there, and not let it go to this full-blown trial. So let us see when he comes back what he's going to say, or she's going to say, if they're going to rule in his favor. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm asking you guys to pray for Harry, because he's, there are 3 cases on the docket that he's going to have to, defend himself in. So we're praying for him. I want you guys to pray for him. And yes, so that is what is going on. The other thing too is that there's so many lies that is being said about the Sussexes out there. They're talking about how the Sussexes are creating demands on the royal family about the coronation. This is they're asking for certain things, such as a placement on the balcony, and that their children, Lily and Archie, be shouted out during the coronation. Now, anybody who knows Meghan knows that that is a downright lie. The last thing Meghan would want to do is to have her children's name be shouted out in the coronation. That is crazy. Yes, she's never going to want that. And if you're following Meghan for the longest while, and knowing her personality and seeing who she is, and reading about her and following her, that is not something that she wants. She would never ever ask for something like that. And what is standing on a balcony? I don't get it. The balcony is this failing monarchies thing. It is not Meghan's thing. So they need to stop the lies over there in the United Kingdom. The next thing also is they said that, those little children for William and Kate are going to be participating in the coronation. No, what are they doing? They're making a big to-do about, oh, well, they're going to be participating in the coronation. And up to now, Archie and Lily haven't even been invited to the coronation. It is so silly and trivial, the things that they're doing over there in the United Kingdom. It's just, they just cannot keep Harry and Meghan's name and Archie and Lily's name out of their mouths. It's their meal ticket, and it's becoming so obvious that that's how they're making their money, by talking about the Sussexes. But you know, we know better. We know not to believe a word that they have to say. Lastly, well, not lastly, I have one more thing. The, the media, the British media, what they have done is try to push William and Kate onto the public. They're trying to create the centuries love story of Kate and William, but it's not working, because every time you see William, he's in a perpetual jaw clenching phase, and there's nothing attractive about this guy. He has zero sex appeal. So when you see him, he always looks awkward. He always look uptight. He always look like, something is bothering him, and it possibly could be something is bothering him, because word is that he had an affair with Kate's best friend. That was alleged. So I'm just repeating what I heard, out on social media. So it doesn't seem like he's happy, and that forced love story or love affair between him and Kate is phony, and you can see it a mile away that it is not real. It's a farce. So try as they might, they cannot get these two to be in a loved up way for the public to buy it. No, 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 no. And now they're talking about Kate is really dressing like a future queen. Well, she wore this outfit on St. Patty's Day, and she wore this dress or this two-piece outfit on Commonwealth Day. They were not cute. They were too busy. The St. Patty's Day was okay, but the Commonwealth Day clothes, it was just too busy. It had too much going on in it. It still looked frumpy. It still looked bygone. It still looked old. It wasn't fresh. It just didn't look good. And what is troubling is that this woman has so much money at her disposal, and yet she cannot look like a modern woman. How can they modernize that royal family when they're still wearing clothes back, like, what is it, 100 years ago? That's how they're looking, and nobody wants to be a part of it. Everybody's moving forward. Everybody's keeping up with the times. Everybody wants to look fresh and fabulous. And this girl, she's just all up. She's constantly buttoned up, like a straight jacket. It's just I don't get it. I don't like it at all. So that's on them. Anyways, they can try to sell her fashion to the world, but everybody has, their eyes wide open. Nobody is buying it, because Kate does not have style, and she doesn't know her body type. For you to look nice, that's the first thing you have to understand, is what is your body type, and then you dress accordingly to your body type. But she's never getting it. That girl should be wearing flare things in the waist. She shouldn't be wearing anything straight, because it gives her that kind of, strange looking shape. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. So, but anyways, we're not buying it. She doesn't look good. She just looks like she's stuck in an era, not in this 21st century. Anyways, moving on from that. So they had this guy, and I don't want to really say his name, because I don't want to get into things with people on YouTube and their business and what have you. But they had him on one of those UK media channels out there, and that guy, they said, was making £2,500 a month, and YouTube revoked his his ability or his license to make videos. And the kinds of things that he has said about Meghan, and the type of things that he's just a foul person, one. And two, they said he's a distinguished military personnel. He served his country, he's this, is that. But I think the guy, the kinds of things that I have heard this guy said, I definitely think some of the synapses in the brain is not working properly. Anybody who knows science understand what I'm talking about. You have those synapses, you have a brain cell here and you have another brain cell here. They come together and chemicals flow through them, and then it sends the signal. But for me, the way that I see it with the science that I know, I think there is some type of misfiring right here. The chemical signals are not going through. Something is wrong with this brain. So, Lord Jesus, science is wicked. But anyways, that's how I see it. I see there's misfiring. The synapses are not working properly. So that's what I think. So they have him out there, and I'm like, these people will hurt themselves. They will hurt themselves in the effort to try to hurt Meghan, because they bring in these lunatics out there and thinking that these people are decent human beings, that that when they bring them out, then they tell some story. It reminds me of Samantha Markle and their family, when they come on television and they telling a story, or they giving some type of point of view about Meghan, and they believe that people are going to actually listen to what they're saying, when people are thinking, boy, are these producers nuts? How are they bringing these type of people to talk about issues that they themselves have so many issues and have done so many things? How can the public even believe these people? It's the same thing with this individual that they brought on their television. They even wrote up an article about bringing them out there and talking about their loss with YouTube and stuff like that, when these people are downright lunatics, just straight up lunatics. And if that's the evidence, if these are the people that they're associating with, knowing they've said the most disgusting and dangerous things about Meghan, if these are the people they want to associate with, they want to bring on television and say this is our sources, these are the people that we're taking information from, these people are crazy. They are sick. That's what I say. The UK press is sick, and they will hurt themselves to hurt other people like Meghan. Just there's a saying, when you dig a hole for somebody else, make sure you've dug one for yourself too, because that's essentially what they're going to do. They're going to run themselves to the ground trying to attack Meghan. One by one, they're going to fall. You know what? Because Meghan and Harry, they're children of God, and the thing about it is that you don't mess with children of God. You will fall. You will fall on your own sword when you try to come for them. I'm just quoting the scriptures. So don't come for Harry and Meghan. That is, I'm sure that £2,500 that is now coming in now must be very painful. You reap what you sow. Okay? You reap what you sow. You come for Harry and Meghan. And so far, so far what I have seen, everybody that have come for Harry and Meghan is one by one, they just meeting their day, they're just getting what they deserve. One by one, they're just falling. Because there's a lot of people that is praying for Harry and Meghan. There's a lot of people that are praying for them. And when people praying, don't mess with praying people. Don't mess with praying people. When you come for them, the blood of Jesus is going to fall on you, and you're going to trip up. You're going to fall on your own sword. So don't come for Harry and Meghan. Don't come for them. Okay? So that's all for now. Take care and bye.